What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are back with a new review of Growing Up Hip Hop. So this is the continuation of season 6 of Growing Up Hip Hop. This is season 6, episode 21. The episode titled "Legacy Will Not Be Lit," you guys. So before we go ahead and jump to this review, you guys, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and are not subscribed to the channel, you guys, then I'll make you guys do me a big solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me foot the bill at the end of it. Do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning your notifications on, and sharing the video. And with that out the way, you guys, without further ado, let's discuss Growing Up Hip Hop, shall we? All right, you guys, so the episode, we open up and we see Tretch. He's going down to Tyran's. Was that Tyran's gym that he was at? Because we saw Tyran working out, right? So Tretch is trying to, just talk to Tyran. He's like, what's going on in the family, right? What's going on with TT, Sean, and the baby? So TT, Sean, and the baby, they have, they're settling into their new home, right? So then Tretch asks him, has TT and, Egypt had a conversation with each other? He says, to my knowledge, no. So then he says, so what's going on between Egypt, Sam, and that situation? What's going on with them? Now, this story I had not heard. I hadn't heard this story that Sam had got arrested, right? Now, we'll talk about this a little later in the episode, because I got a big question about who. So from what Tyran says, because Egypt told a different story, right? But from what Tyran's telling, Tretch and I guess their stepmother, right? So he's telling them the story that Sam's friend was getting jumped, right? And I guess Sam got into the fight, and then when he got into the fight, I don't know if at that point he was getting jumped or if, I don't know what happened. But suffice it to say, his friend got into a fight, he jumped in, then Egypt. So then Egypt, she, I guess, must have jumped into the fight and hit someone, right? So Tretch is like, you know what, I'm gonna have to sit down and have a conversation with Egypt to figure out what's going on with this situation, because first of all, he didn't even know anything about this story. So he had to find out through other people instead of her, which I get his point. Like, damn, you get into this trouble, you don't talk to me, I have to hear this from other people. So I got Tretch in that moment, right? So then we see Twist. So Twist, he's in the studio, and Mac Main comes into the studio, right? So Twist tells Mac Main that he's dealing with some legal issues, right? So you guys know Twist is from Texas, right? And I actually know his brother. I know his brother because his brother, Lil Zay. If you guys don't know who that is, they used to hang out with Justin Bieber a few years ago, and I never understood why they hung out with that boy. I just never understood why they hung out with him. But Twist was here, and he was in Dallas, right? And he was riding around. Now, if you don't know, Texas is an open carry state, so you can openly carry a gun, right? Except if you're a felon, right? If you're a felon, you can't have a gun, right? And that's what Twist is, right? So Twist got pulled over, right? And the cop saw the gun, and that, and I'm really happy that Mac Main sat there and had that conversation with him, right? Because why? My thing is, especially with young people or just people in general who want to carry these guns around, right? Why carry the guns around if you already know that you have your own, that you are not supposed to carry? Like, why do things that could potentially land you back in jail? That's the thing that I have an issue with. Why do things that could potentially get you into trouble? And Twist, as a black man, that could have went a completely different way, right? Like, we already know how the cops are when they see someone who looks like me and Twist, right? And then the fact that you have a gun in the car, that cop could have said and did anything. That cop could have said, well, I saw a gun and he reached for it and I shot him, right? Like, I just need people I need black people, my black men and my black women, more specifically my black men. I need y'all to do better when it comes to shit like that, right? Granted, like I said, it's an open carry state, but if you are a felon and then Twist is looking at his potential third strike, like, Twist, my buddy, you gotta do better. I just need you to do better with that because that really wasn't the smartest move and it wasn't the best move for you. But we're gonna move forward, you guys. So then we move over and we see Angela, we see Vanessa, and we see Cree, right? So they are on a yacht, right? They having a good time, they turning up, right? So then, Angela and Vanessa and Cree, as well as Cree's sister and another girl, they were talking. So Angela let, both Vanessa and Cree know that she's going to be moving from Miami to Atlanta, Georgia, right? And we already know that she's in Atlanta. Because we all saw the pictures of her when this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta started filming. We saw Angela Simmons around, right? For the life of me, I don't see Angela being a friend of or even a housewife on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's just, I've always liked Angela. I like that family, but let's keep it real. Angela is boring as hell, right? So she's telling them that the reason that she's going to move to Atlanta is because she has more of a support system in Atlanta for her son SJ, because that's where his dad's family is. And with that, I understand. That makes a lot more sense than when she moved to Miami last season to be with that knotted up faced. What did I call him last season? Martin with the knots all over his face. The busted up Martin, the big eared Martin. So I understand that situation. I understand her moving to Atlanta more than I understood her moving to Miami for that dude. Because I'm like, why would you do that? And then y'all broke up, right? So Vanessa wants to make sure that Angela has made, a well-planned decision. Come to find out, Angela has already closed on a house in Atlanta. She was like, wait a minute, you've closed on a house? She was like, yeah. And who did you? She's like, you didn't talk to anybody. She's like, I talked to dad and I talked to mom. So yeah, I thought this through. Did you really, Angela? Because you didn't think through moving to Miami. But hey, he's gone, you're leaving. So then we see Tretch, right? So Tretch is meeting up with Lazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony, right? So these two were just having a trip down memory lane, right? They were talking about how it was for them coming up in the industry, right? They were talking about Pac, they talked about Eazy-E, and it's so, I got what they were talking about, right? How for them, when they came up in the industry, they were just coming out. They were trying to find a way out of the ghetto, right? But it feels like the kids are trying to get back into the ghetto, get into the street life, get into the stuff that they were involved in, and the things that they worked hard to not have their kids involved in. And then Lazy was talking about his daughter Sequoia, right? You guys remember her last season when she had the issue with Angela for God knows, I forgot what her beef with Angela was. It was non-existent because it was in her head. It was really in her head, right? But, he said that he had a conversation with her and, basically to squash the beef. That, like I said, that beef was so stupid. I can't remember what. It was about a guy. Actually, I think it was the father of her kid. Because I believe she said that Angela talked to the guy, but they weren't together. Because I didn't understand it last season, and I still don't understand it right now. But I do remember a little bit about that beef, which, once again, I say it was one-sided because Angela never said anything about her. Actually, wasn't it the season finale last season that Denise and her got into it at that, yes, that is what happened. Her and Denise got into it at that, that little show that, JoJo and Lil Easy put on, right? When, Egypt performed, Brianna performed, that showcase. I remember it. All right, you guys, we're going to pause here and move forward. All right, you guys, so we see JoJo and Denise, and they had their son. His name is Joey, and Joey is a little cute little guy. He's a light-skinned little guy. He's so cute. I was like, aw, gave me baby fever. And I was like, oh no, we gotta kill this. Like, we gotta suppress that, no baby fever. So we see Denise and JoJo, so they're talking, right? So Denise is basically telling JoJo that with this son, with Joey, she would like him to be a little bit more hands-on, right? He says, but he was when, with their daughter. She says, yeah, you were a little bit hands-on with her for about like the first year, but then after that, you went back to work and it was basically just me. So he made the cameramen put the cameras down, which they didn't. He wanted them to stop rolling, but they didn't stop rolling. So they had the conversation. But basically, what she's saying is, she feels that. Well, she doesn't. Not she feels. She. Well, yeah, she feels. She feels that she put things on hold the first time with their daughter, but with this baby, she doesn't want to put anything on hold. She doesn't want to put her career on hold. If she want to go out with the girl, she wants to be able to do that. She just wants to be able to be a mother, but still have her own life outside of her own life, her own identity outside of being a mother and outside of being a wife. And I understand that and I respect that, right? And JoJo says that, cool, right? So then Angela and Vanessa, they both came over and they met their nephew for the first time, right? So then they were telling Tanise that they're gonna be doing like a brunch, I guess. Because so, because like I said earlier, that Angela is going to be moving to Atlanta, right? So then we do see all the ladies and they show up, right? They all look really nice, right? Actually, like it was dinner because it was a fire pit, but it could have been brunch but hey, they met up, right? So everyone is there. We see Cree. Well, we didn't see Cree at first. We saw Angela, Vanessa, and TT, and then Tanise was there, and then Cree joined them, right? So when Cree joined them, Cree said, "Oh, well, I didn't know that you were gonna be here, TT." So Cree has an issue with TT, right? And Vanessa not Vanessa. Angela said, "You know what? I'm gonna get up because I don't do drama, so I'm gonna go in here. Y'all can have a peaceful conversation and leave it at that." Because Cree said she wanted to have a conversation with TT as well as Vanessa, and Vanessa was like, "Wait, why me?" And I'm gonna give you guys a rundown. If you guys forgot about what happened last season, I'm gonna give you guys a rundown. So, Angela and Tanise, they left, right? So just left Vanessa with Cree as well as TT, right? Now, like I said, Cree has an issue with TT because of what happened last season. Now, you guys remember last season, the issue was, remember when Egypt and Sam had that conversation with Savannah about, Sean and TT, right? More specifically, you guys remember that crackhead sister of Sandy's, Dawn, when she came on last season saying that Sean had cheated on TT, right? You guys remember that Egypt and Sam went around telling that story and they told it to Savannah. Savannah went and told it to Cree. Cree went and told it, oh God, when you think about that, that is a game of telephone and it's a terrible game of telephone. Dawn started this shit. Egypt and Sam went and told Savannah. Savannah went and told Cree. Cree went and told Vanessa. Vanessa went and told TT. Technically, it's 6 people, but we don't include Sam and Egypt as one. But it went around 5 different people before. It went around technically 4 people before it got to TT. And I was with TT last season when she got upset, right? Like, I don't know Savannah, and I asked Cree to help plan my wedding, and you remember Cree's thing was that she didn't really know TT that well to bring her that information, so that's why she took it to Vanessa, because Vanessa is friends with TT. But I just feel like Cree could have sat down at any point and told her, like, hey, I got Savannah, right? Savannah went and told someone that she thought would be easier, because Savannah really didn't know TT at all. So I got Savannah not going to TT. I got that part. But Cree, she asked you to help with her wedding. She met you. So you could have then had a conversation and said, hey, so my friend Savannah, Stevie J's daughter, right? She sat down with Egypt and Sam, and Egypt and Sam said that Sean was cheating on you. Now, and you could have left it at that instead of it going all the way around. And it looked very messy. It looked messy. And that's not any attack on your business. It's just the message was very sloppy how it had been delivered around. So I got TT in that instance, right? So, Cree's whole thing is she's okay. Remember that after that, TT said that Cree is not planning her wedding. Cree's like, I'm cool with that, right? That's fine. But she's like, she doesn't play about her business. And that's fine as well, that you don't play about your business. But TT never said anything about your business. TT never said that you were a messy planner, messy this, messy that. She never said any of that. But I guess the public interpretation could be that, TT fired her or said, I don't need your services because of the messy shit, right? So I can see how she felt that way, but it wasn't the case. Is the thing about it. It wasn't the case. And then in this instance, I don't know why Cree was making it such a big issue. Because TT said, I don't have an issue with you. I never talk bad about your business. So I'm kind of confused as to what we're talking about here. And then, she was talking about, now Cree, I don't know why you had to bring in her family and the fact that, she's talking about you bully Sam in Egypt. No, I don't see it that way. And see, let me know what you guys think. And I know a lot of you guys probably will agree with me, but do you guys think that she bullies Sam in Egypt of all people? Sam in Egypt starts it. Then when someone retaliates or comes back at them with the same smoke, they want to play the victims, right? Like, I don't know what she was talking about in that situation. Because Sam and Egypt are the ones that started. Sam and Egypt are the two that started this shit. It was Sam who was insinuating that TT wanted him in some respect, right? So have we forgot that? And then let's think about the whole situation last season. It actually started when Egypt kept, why did I put an air quote for that? When Egypt said that TT took her wedding date, right? Remember that situation? Then because she took your wedding date, then you and your mama and that crackhead Dawn go around saying that her fiance was cheating on her. So yeah, Cree, I like you, but I don't know where you're getting that. She bullies them. They started, she finishes it. And actually, she doesn't even really finish it. She ignores them for months. She ignored them all last season. The first half of this season. Like, she ignored them. But hey, I'm not going to knock how Cree feels about her business. I'm not going to knock. I just think that she was putting 20 on 10. You guys can let me know what you think. I just think that she was putting 20 on 10, right? So then at the end of the episode, we see Egypt, right? So Egypt met up with Tretch, right? So here's where things got a little interesting, and I see where Tretch is upset at, right? Because the stories are not matching up. And, it's the audacity that she had to say that Tyran is playing telephone, but you play telephone about TT, right? Turnabout is fair play, right? So I was confused because she's telling Tretch and her stepmom about this situation, right? Sam went to jail. Sam is out on bail. Things are looking good. I was like, really? She was talking about how, she and Sam are doing some fighting. He's doing UFC. She's doing this. They moved out. I guess they moved out of the place with Peppa. They're still in Vegas, though. Then she talks about this fight that he had, right? Now, from the way it sounded to me, and I could be wrong, but it sounded like, did he get into a fight with a cop? Because that is what it sounded like. Because when Tretch was talking about the fact that he's still black and they can still, do what they do to us black people, I'm like, wait a minute. Did he get into a fight with a cop and she got involved in that somehow? If you did, little girl, you are really, really down bad. Because I'm about to say something else, but I'm going to keep it clean and nice. I'm not going to say nothing what I wanted to say. But if you, girl, no. But that's it, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. Turn your notifications on. Share the video. And until the next time, you guys, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Remember to wash your hands. Wear a mask. Socially distance. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.